And welcome back to the show. According to the U.S. Census Bureau in 2020, out of about 11 million single parent families with children under the age of 18, 80% of those were headed by single mothers. Moms for Moms is a not-for-profit that's dedicated to providing assistance to single mothers in need throughout New York City. And for the past 7 years, Moms for Moms has served thousands of single mothers across our city. Joining us now to share more details, we've got the founder and the executive director of Moms for Moms NYC, Danielle Krupa. And Danielle, glad to have you sharing with us. And it's a pretty amazing statistic when we look at this, that when we talk about 80% of families are under the age of 18, we're actually moms, single moms.
Yeah, no, the numbers are staggering. And, that's really why we exist in New York, because there's such a need for postpartum and newborn essentials, what we're providing moms. 1 in 3 mothers right now can't afford diapers. And so, we exist to really fill that gap for mothers right now.
And when we talk about filling that gap, it's got to be pretty essential during this time, particularly during the COVID pandemic, where the needs continue to rise. Give us a little bit about the needs that you're actually servicing, particularly now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do is we create 2 signature care packages for moms. So we address both postpartum and newborn essentials. So we have our postpartum recovery kit, which is everything a new mom needs for herself after childbirth. So, if you had a vaginal birth, a C-section birth, if you're breastfeeding, all of the essentials that you would need to recover, we have in there. And then we also create our newborn baby bundle, which is everything a new parent would need for their baby. So diapers, wipes, bottles, bibs, blankets, clothing, a first aid kit, you name it, it's all in there.
And that's pretty much a gap stopper for a lot of mothers, because we think that those are basic essentials that everybody has. But as we know, a lot of people struggle with that. And so talk about the difference it makes in the lives of these mothers.
Yeah, I mean, and we say that a lot too. It's like, these are not basics if you can't afford them, And so when we look at the mothers that we're serving across New York City that are, the victims of domestic violence, that are homeless, that are facing job insecurity, teenage pregnancy. There's no programming for these essentials, and these are non-negotiable, items that mothers need. Like, you need diapers. So when you can't use SNAP and WIC to purchase diapers, when there's no government programming for these newborn and postpartum essentials, we're really serving a large population, and we're just scratching the surface with what we're doing. There is such a greater need than we can even keep up with right now.
Yeah. And you talk about negotiating, that's real, right? When we talk about parents who actually have to make these decisions. You got moms out there, and I got to decide between paying the rent or getting these essentials. Sometimes even having a cell phone, right? Because a cell phone is a necessity for the family, or getting these essentials, and they'll choose the other and leave the most basic essentials out for their young baby.
Right. No. I mean, it's a huge problem. And that's why I started Moms for Moms. I'm the daughter of a single mother who, was 19 when she had me, and she struggled, and she worked 3 jobs, and she put herself through school. And I know what she went through. And I know that there were, times when she had to choose between buying diapers for me and food for the table. And, if somebody had just given her just a package of diapers, something as simple as that, it would have been a game changer for her. And so, we really exist to really fill that gap right now for moms.
Yeah. And some of the work that you do is not just for moms that are in the community. You're going to the shelters and providing some necessary resources. Talk about the work that you're doing inside some of these shelters.
Well, so actually we partner with shelters. So what we do is we have a 75% distribution model with partner agencies, where 75% of the bags that we're creating are going to our partner agencies. So they're going to shelters, they're going to crisis centers. We have partners all over 5 boroughs, and then 25% of the bags that we create, we reserve for emergency situations, and we reserve for mothers directly. We have a care package request form on our website where moms can reach out to us directly. And so we're really, with all of the shelters and crisis centers that we're working with, we have those relationships through distribution.
So how do you go about getting all these much needed essentials for these mothers?
So a lot of it we purchased. So I think something that's really special about the work we do and the bags that we create is everything is brand new, unopened. There's a lot of dignity and love and support that goes into these bags. And so we work with brands to get items donated. You know, we fundraise to get items donated. We have a lot of different companies and organizations that will do diaper drives for us and essential drives for us. And then we're buying a lot of it outright. So, you know, we have a lot of different ways that we're getting it all together, but we're making it happen. We just moved into a new office a couple of months ago, which has been really amazing for us to have the capacity to hold all of our inventory, to assemble the bags there, and to be able to distribute from there.
So if somebody wants to help support and say, listen, this is an initiative that really tugs at my heart and I want to be of assistance, how can the public partner with you to be able to meet the needs of these single moms?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're always looking for corporate partners. You know, we have a lot of different companies that will reach out to us and support us that way. But for individuals, you know, we're always in need of volunteers. Volunteers that for assemblies that can pack the bags on assembly days. You know, we have an ambassador program where individuals can host drives in honor of us, and we make it really, really seamless. So, you know, if you want to collect items that we're putting into our bags, we can, you know, take care of all of that work for you. But we're 100% volunteer based too. So our entire team is volunteer based. So if anyone wants to get involved, they can certainly, you know, come to our website, momsformomsnyc.org, and, you know, shoot me an email. Our email's on there, our contact is on there, and we would love for the community to get more involved.
And how's it been for you through the pandemic? I know services have had to ramp up because with people not working, unemployment, food insecurity, the needs become greater.
Yeah, I mean, the needs are huge. And when the pandemic first started, we reached out to all of our partner agencies because we couldn't, you know, physically get together and we couldn't get our bags together. And so we reached out to all of our partners and asked what they were most in need of. And we sent out 15,000 supplies within a month to cover those basic hygiene items that were really, you know, the shelters were struggling to get. You know, since then, we've seen there's just a huge increase in need. You know, like I said, we're right now just scratching the surface of what the need is in New York City, and mothers are really struggling, and a lot of women have lost their jobs. And so we're seeing a really big need for the services that we provide.
Yeah, Danielle, we want to thank you so much. And so for somebody who wants to be able to donate, of course, please give them the information.
Yeah, so you can donate directly on our website. Again, it's momsformomsnyc.org. You can send us an email, info@momsformomsnyc.org. You can find us on all social media platforms at momsformomsnyc. And we'd love to hear from you. We'd love for people to get involved.
Yeah, Danielle, great work that you're doing. Thank you for bridging the gap and meeting the needs for so many people who are really in it in a time like this. Thanks again for being with us, Danielle Krupa. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, again, I'll give you the information. Danielle gave it to you. I'm going to give it to you, too. If you want to donate or you want to find out more, please visit the website, momsformomsnyc.org. And then also on social media platforms, Mom for Moms NYC.